You like Mario?
He really likes Mario.
Isn't that, that's a crazy.
You like Mario?
That is just so crazy.
Ginger. Ginger,
Right
come play Mario.
Well, you think they're
Come play
Ginger?
Mario.
Mr. Not, Mrs. Non-social. And then suddenly, oh wow.
Oh, she loves girls.
Look at that.
Now she just went and got your lip.
And Mario's so chilled. Mario's so chilled.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So you're not going to believe this. I don't know if you guys can see, but me and my sister, we just had the greatest encounter on earth.
Yeah, I'd say
On
that's
Earth.
probably been the. I mean, man, I tell you,
It's crazy.
this is just.
It all
this
was
is
over.
the greatest.
Yeah.
one I have ever.
Yeah.
And this is God because He's just revealing things to us.
Yes. So here we are at this boat landing with Mario. And Mario was actually the catapult, the catalyst, I should say. Mario was the catalyst because what ended up with their dog, and their dog was not a friendly dog towards other dogs, right? And they're like, oh, Ginger, and we got to keep it away from Mario, and he might attack, she might attack. And of course, I call Mario my Jesus dog, and Jesus was working because all of a sudden these two dogs, they're getting along, Mario gets along with any dog, but we didn't know about Ginger, but she kept getting closer and closer to Mario, and pretty soon they're like bonding, right? They're just like bonding. So anyway, so here they are, and this guy, Dan, he's like, I can't believe it, I can't believe it, I can't believe that these dogs are getting along. And I'm like, it's my Jesus dog. And he's like, and then all of a sudden we just started talking about Jesus and God, and he's like, yep, I'm a poor, wretched sinner. He says, I don't deserve anything that God has done for me, and I'm poor and I'm wretched, and you know what they did to him on the cross and on the way to the cross, and this guy's getting like teary-eyed.
Yeah.
He's getting teary-eyed talking about what Jesus did and how he died for us, and
we're unworthy.
and how unworthy we are.
None of us.
So it was so. I'm listening to this guy and I'm thinking, where did this guy come from?
Yeah.
Like he's encouraging us.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just so powerful.
He was thanking us.
Yeah, and then
Today. He's just like, this has just been a blessing. You being here, both of you. And
yes,
Yeah.
and I told him I was a missionary. He's like, wow, that is so awesome. And I told him just a little bit about my testimony. And me and Christy talked. He's like, oh wow, you guys. He's like, you guys. He's like, whew, I can tell your sisters. He says, I can just see. And and then I said, and after like an inspired conversation that was all God driven, we're like, we need to pray. And he's like, yeah. So he ends up just busting out in prayer.
Yeah. He was the first one.
He's like, he's just like, God, this is so like, thank you, the Lord, thank you for today, thank you for these two women and the fellowship. And so Shannon asked. No, it was Dan who asked us a question about politics. And I don't really get into politics, but he asked. Yeah. And Christy chimed in and thought what she said, what she thought. And then and I could see that Dan, he's like, the thing that I hate is like how people are and how they're, they're kind of in your face right now. And I just, I had to step back and remind him. I said, you know what, we have to put on our Jesus glasses because Jesus sees them how they are. And we need to learn how to love them. And the only way we can do that is through Christ. That's the only way we can love people is through Christ. So even now, because people are, everything, there's no hold bars, but we still got to love them. And you got to remember what Jesus did. He went to the cross without saying a word, right? He didn't say a word. So sometimes we have to, So he told a couple stories, and then this was the greatest testimony of all. Come sit down here, and I want Christy sharing this. So we'll do this real quick. His friend, his brother, Dan, he was Shannon, because Shannon kept shaking. He's in tears. He's like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. And so I think I prayed, right? First, I prayed.
Yes.
Which was really, obviously pretty powerful. It was the Holy Spirit. I don't know what I prayed. I don't even know what I prayed. Yeah. But we got done, and then Dan's like teary-eyed. He's like, wow. Yeah. Pew, pew. And then his brother, Dan.
He had said that they were at he really needed this encounter.
Yeah, he said, did you tell him about Hodick Park?
Yeah.
And Shannon's like, no. He's like, you need to tell him what just happened at Hodick Park. Now get this. Yeah. So they were at Hodick Park, which is just a regular park, and they had the dog Ginger, and it was so busy.
Yeah, people everywhere. He said.
People
Just
everywhere.
get mad and frustrated.
And Shannon said I was getting upset, and Dan said he was getting angry.
Yeah.
He's like, he was getting depressed and he was getting angry. He says, you know what? I'm a server. I've done this all my life, right? I serve people, so I know how to handle people. This doesn't bother me.
You can see they had two different spirits, both of them. The other one was very gentle.
Yeah.
And him, you could see that.
Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon.
Was very gentle, sensitive.
Yes.
Very sensitive.
Yeah.
And Dan was, you know, he worked as a server.
Yeah.
Knocking on doors, serving people papers. You know, you can imagine what he's seen?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
So, so Shannon's just saying, like, yeah, I was, depressed.
Yeah.
Angry. He
Yes.
said I didn't want to be there. People were being awful. He said I wanted a place for my dog. There was no place for my dog.
No, exactly. Yeah.
So then they ended
to
up
have a good day.
Where did they end up going? They went to another park, right?
Did they?
Yeah, they drove to. Yeah, where did they? Do you remember, Sophia, where they drove? They drove to another park, and they said it was the same thing. Yeah, because they were going to go down by the lake, and they said no.
Okay.
He's like no, and they never go here.
Yeah, this is like the third time they said they've been here.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Long time. It's been a long time. They said. Yeah.
And I haven't been here since last year. Christy hasn't been here since. When's the last time you've been here?
Teenager, in high school.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And we just so happened to come here, right? Because that's how God prepares the hearts and prepares for these encounters.
Yes.
So
he knew what that man needed.
So he says, you know, I come here and look at what the Lord did.
Yeah.
He says, my dog. I in the other parks I couldn't have my
in
dog.
love with Mario.
He's like Mario and Ginger. He says my dog never gets along with other dogs.
Yeah.
He says, and he's like almost in tears. He's like, and look at them.
Yeah.
Look at them. And he says, and you guys.
Yeah.
He says it's like he lost hope in humanity.
Yeah.
He was so angry and depressed.
Yeah.
And he's like, and here you guys are.
He was like a little kid in the store just saying how this is just amazing.
Yeah.
God is so great. God is so great. Just look at this. It's just you being here. He was blown away by it, you know? And we were blown by it.
Oh, we were.
Yeah.
Because we were being fed spiritually. Because we're looking at each other like.
Yeah. And we shared with them when we were praying. I shared that, you know, Stacy, you know, asked for a divine
appointment. Yeah.
And
we told them that I prayed before we came.
Yeah. And God picked the right people. You know, yeah, and that's how God works. I mean, it's just so amazing how God works.
I know.
I just don't understand how can people live their life without God?
Yeah, I don't know. And then the rest of the story is we were talking about the politics, right?
Yes.
And then he started asking questions about the papacy, and they got all this gold.
About the Pope,
and
new Pope being in there, and how the other one just disappeared, got rid of him, and now they got this new one. And they're on to the right.
They're on to truth.
God is, yes.
So we just knew that what they were talking about,
right?
They were seeing the great controversy. They were seeing good and evil, and they had the right questions. And we just knew, because you know I've been down this road looking for truth.
Right.
I'm just like, I got some material for you.
Yeah.
I've got you. You want more truth?
Yeah.
We got to dive into Revelation. Yeah. We got to dive into Daniel. It's all there.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe the questions they were asking.
Yeah.
They were asking the right questions. And then the Sabbath, though.
Yeah.
It was beautiful because what does Shannon say?
Yeah, because at the very end,
he
says, that's so great that you guys are observing the Sabbath and talking about the Sabbath and keeping it.
I was like, and he's like, yeah, it's like man's traditions. And he's like, I really like that you observe the Sabbath.
Were. If they knew.
No,
I didn't was
we didn't
ask,
say. We just said today's our Sabbath, and
yes.
this is our rest day. And at the end, he was the one who recognized the Sabbath as holy.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't believe that.
That's what
That's
makes
so
it
cool.
such a miracle. I mean, it's so amazing. Yeah.
I'm blown away. I'm blown away. You blown away?
Oh, I'm very blown away. I am. I mean, God is just.
And I just gave my testimony in church about that witnessing.
Yeah.
My encounter with Dan on the plane, and I told that to Shannon.
Yeah.
And Dan, and they were blown away about that testimony. They're like, wow. And here we are. We're witnessing to each other.
Yeah.
Shannon's witnessing to us, and we're like feeding each other.
Yeah. That's what made it so great.
Yeah. And you see how God prepared
the
hearts.
On fire and
God
so excited.
prepared the hearts for all of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it started with the dog. God used, I'm going to pan over here, that little dog right there. Mario. This was the catalyst. And I said, this is my Jesus dog. And we're going to be setting up meetings with Mario and Ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mario and Ginger. So you know what? You can use anything to actually, and you know, for me, I always use Mario.
Yeah.
And I don't have to use Mario anymore, but Mario was the,
Yeah.
Mario brought us together today.
Yeah.
And God did that.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. Yep.
All right. This is like live. So I'm glad we got to share that.
Oh.
And I'm glad my
yeah.
sister was here to witness that and be
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So God bless you guys.
Yes.
All right.